country, who are now living on islands and in different countries, to escape persecution from things like this. There are men that I know personally who are involved in this, who have done things similar to this, who have parties like this. Diddy's not the only one. This is not a Sean Combs problem. This is a societal community issue here in this town, and it's not just the artists, it's also their attorneys, their publicists, it's the hotels. I was brutalized in a hotel, and guess what happened? That tape disappeared. When I went to get my police report from the police station, it was destroyed, all within 48 hours, to protect the person who had brutalized me. It is systemic. So it doesn't matter, if Diddy gets off or not, in the sense that it won't stop anything. I think if anything, it makes it all worse.
First off, cut the bullshit, Corinne. There's not a man on this planet that is looking at Diddy within his situation, what he's being accused of, and what he was entangled in, that wants to be like Diddy. There's not a man on this planet that looks at what he did to Cassie on that boat and thinks to themselves, I should probably do this too. There's not a man on this damn planet, but what you speak from could be true, at least halfway true, that there's man up on top that are doing some Epstein Island type shit, and then the files just disappear, the flight logs just disappear. That could happen. People in status, money can just make things just vanish. My issue with her stance, and she can blame the hotels, she can blame the this, she can blame the that, but he has never once speaking about the blame of women like her and Cassie that will sign up for the bullshit. Because women like you and Cassie benefit from the lifestyle because you have an aesthetic and you lived out your roaring 20s to the best of your ability, and now you're extracting. And once you wanted a different lifestyle to be seen as something else outside of video vixen, you played your chess piece. You participated willingly, Cassie participated willingly, and now a jury of her peers and all of the S workers that Diddy hired agree. Continuing to paint these women as victims who make this decision is ridiculous at best and hilarious at worst. Anyway, that's the Superhead section. I want to get on to this argument between Tony Bugby and DJ Vlad.
It's pretty clear what your view is of Cassie Ventura there. What do you think should happen to her?
I mean, personally, I think she should be charged for the same thing that Diddy was charged with. Ultimately, he was convicted of fraud. She was involved in the fraud. Every male escort that I talked to said that she was the one picking the actual male prop. She would book them. She enjoyed every experience. She was sort of guiding the whole thing while they were together, and she was the one that actually paid them. Ultimately, this is a domestic violence case that's ballooned into a RICO and sex trafficking and so forth. What Diddy did to Cassie in that hallway was absolutely horrible, but that is not what the trial was about.
Right.
It was about RICO. It was about sex trafficking, neither of which made sense in this particular trial. And if you may process that Diddy got convicted of, but she was given immunity in the whole situation. So I just feel it's really just a messed up situation.
That's a completely ridiculous answer, because you know what the consequences of her, not booking those properties. We saw it in that hallway in the hotel, in an international chain hotel, that were happy to take $50,000 to wipe it off the face of the earth. Those are the consequences. If she hadn't done that, it is very likely that she would have been manhandled in that way, even in the street, and someone would have been able to wipe the footage of that. I appreciate the fact that she hold on. I appreciate the fact that she
was not charged with domestic violence. You're talking about a totally different situation.
I guess the question.
So, in case folks don't know, the way that the defense fought that within the trial is that they said, hey, listen, she wasn't running out the room because she wanted to get away from the orgy that was happening inside of the room. She was getting out the room because she was jealous over Diddy. She saw something written on his phone, took his phone, did something to it, and tried to run off with it. Then he came out the room and did some DV stuff. Women like the one on the right twist the story to the way that they want it to have happened. Not that there's any other context or any other conclusion that can be drawn besides this is trafficking. Even when they hear all of the witnesses, even when they hear all of the S workers talking about, oh no, Cassie used to invite me to go down to strip clubs with her. And then behind Diddy's back was letting me all up in her.
If you want to be a nurse and you want to graduate as fast as possible, ECPI is the place to do it.
Start sooner, finish faster. ECPI University.
ECPI.
All up in her. That's what the S workers are saying. Cassie was getting her back flipped and rearranged without Diddy even knowing. That goes against the whole swinger lifestyle. That may cause some